When I hear him speak about the case, you know, I know people give him some kind of props. You know, I beat him up, took his gun, but my thing is, if that was true, if you ask me, you would have been shot. If
there you go.
If you had a gun,
there you go. You got a lot of common sense.
Yeah, like if I beat you up and take your gun and you right here in front of me, you a shot man. You know what I'm saying?
You're shot immediately.
Yeah. So I didn't understand that part of it. I'm like, yo, something happened in between that, because it ain't no way for you to say I beat him up and took his gun. Like, that's, for me, it didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear that,
it only takes 1 second of you taking a gun out of a person's hand for you to be able to pull the trigger.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
That's easy. That shit is easy.
You know, that's just a part of a story that might end up in the air. It might come out someday.
Right.
But, you know, that's his story.
Right.
You know, he's a rapper. He got to look good.
Right. Yeah, but I'm saying it got to make sense too. Just like when I look at the Young and A stuff, like, you know, they claiming certain stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but the math ain't mathing if you asking me though. Some ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think no niggas drove from 3 hours to do that and got back on the road. Like, I don't know, like that don't sound good to me, but maybe it happened, you know, I don't know. But sometimes, like you said, the rap community, they glorify that shit, and so they stand on it. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, but you know, well, you know, violence is currency for a lot of these niggas. And when they see the video, it's like, oh, yo, he was busting his gun. And that's the same way he felt. But he didn't feel that way once he realized that he would have to go to jail for doing it.
Mm.
And he's never been to jail. So they look at me like I'm the wrong person. Oh, this dude been in jail for violence. This dude only had a suspended license in his life.
Right.
So, you know, and even being from New York, like, I'm pretty sure it's guys that don't have a record in New York, but for you to say that you was in the streets you was in,
yeah, you don't got no police. Yeah, that ain't, yeah. To me,
this is a police state. New York is a police state. There's police on every fucking corner.
Yeah.
And you was doing all this? Come on, my nigga.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to be mindful of it. He says 2 different things. He says that I came in there and shot every single person. The district attorney goes with this. He says he beat the shit out of me. They go with it. My thing is, he's getting jumped. It wasn't no you beat the shit out of me.
Right.
It was mad niggas beating the shit out of me.
Right.
And in the midst of y'all beating the shit out of me, y'all lost.
Right.
I went home and then went to Atlanta the next day to go do the pull up with Day Day. And y'all spent time in the hospital. Now, how you spent time in the hospital is where everybody's lying at. This is where he's going trying to protect himself and others, because there was 4 DNAs on that gun. The person who died, him, me, and 2 unknowns, 5 DNA. And 2 unknowns is only because these dudes haven't had felons, so they don't have their DNA on.
Right.
So how do y'all come to the common ground that I am the only one to use this weapon?
Right.
Because it fits your narrative. They had a beef on the internet. His friend died. He was with him. So he didn't shoot his friend. Tax had to shoot his friend. Oh, yeah? So this is what's going on.
Right.
Me, I'm not from where we sit behind the courtroom and talk to district attorneys. I'm not from where I discuss things with the police. I discuss it with my lawyer, and I allow the lawyer to fight because he's an officer of the court.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't really deal and give. Like, for instance, this dude put out a letter and said, Tax snitched on me. When I see everybody's hitting me on the computer on the feds, yo, bro, niggas is saying Troy Ave put paperwork out on you. I said, how the fuck could any paperwork out on me? And the case ain't even stopped. But I wasn't even indicted yet.
Right.
So how would it be paperwork? All I got is a gun charge right now. So my lawyer put a bail assessment letter in, and he said there's two parties involved in this crime. Roland Collins, which is Troy Ave, me, Daryl Campbell, which is TaxStone. And he basically said, if this guy is on camera shooting, and he got caught with 3 guns after, why does he get a bail? And my client got caught with no guns, and my client was never shooting on camera. There's no evidence of him ever shooting. How does he end up with no bail, but this guy ends up with a bail?
Right.
This guy then says that I snitched on him by saying he was shooting in a nightclub. Everybody sees you shooting in a nightclub, my nigga.
Yeah.
You're on camera. Are you going to go in court and say that's not you? You understand?
Yeah.
And then you have 30,000 sheep like, oh shit, you right, Troy. He just told on you. No, telling is offering information in a criminal investigation. Unknown information. You understand? So I remember one day I got pulled over with my friend. He had a gun on him. He told me, I don't got no gun on me. I came out the store with 2 Dutch Masters, and the police see me with the Dutch Masters and said, I know y'all got weed in the car. When they go to search for the weed, I see in my man's face that he might have something else in the car. I said, bro, what happened? He said, yo, I got the grip in there. I said, why the fuck would you have the grip in the car knowing we was going to this hot-ass store? You better let them know that shit is yours, because I turned myself in for a gun charge in 6 days.
Right.
I'm going to prison. So the police found a gun, and they go to him and they say, he was the driver. They say, yo, whose gun is this? He said, it's mine. He said, whose gun? He said, it's mine. Then the dude comes to the back of the car and he says, Mr. Campbell, whose gun is this? I said, he just told you who gun it was. And this is my statement.
Yeah.
This nigga locked up for however many years, and he tells people, your TaxStone on me.
So
and it shows people the statement of me saying to the cops, he already told you what it was.
So this is
So
on
who the fuck is he?
This is on the scene of the crime.
Exactly. This is on the scene of the crime.
You are watching It's Up There podcast. Go to It's Up There podcast YouTube for more. You are watching It's Up There podcast. Go to It's Up There podcast YouTube for more.